Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm George Tumur, Managing Director of Hunnu. Just a year ago, when we presented our company here, we were just 2 months after the listing. So within 12 months, I think we achieved quite significant milestones. So I would like to present it as brief and precise as possible. Hunnu is focused only in Mongolia and only in coal. So we positioned ourselves quite nicely in the south and middle Gobi region of Mongolia. Our exploration target is somewhere from 800 million to 1 billion tons of coal across to our advanced projects, Santol and Unstudak. So far we have the first JORC resource announced recently on our Santol project, about 90 million, and still drilling further. And on our Unstudak thermal coal project, we have about 324 million initial JORC resources announced, and it was based on about 30% of the data, as it's still being upgraded now. So we're expecting to produce our first commercial coal in the third quarter of this year. Since last year, we basically drilled over 50,000 meters on our projects, and still we have ongoing acquisitions and exploration strategy quite aggressively going. Recently we signed a strategic partnership with the Asian energy house and coal mining company Bampo. And the company, we have a quite strong cash position, around 75 million Aussie dollars. Also we have railway spur work started at the Choi railway station on the Trans-Mongolian Railway. Also, we started a feasibility study on the 180 kilometers railway line from our Unstudak coal mine to the Choi railway station, and in a quite advanced stage of offtake agreement talks on both Santol and Unstudak projects. Last year we did some small open cut mine trial work at the Unstudak, but it's quickly turning into a big project, so we're working on more detailed feasibility study now. We are targeting a dual listing on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange in late 2011 this year. Briefly on the company snapshot, we have 242 million shares on issue and trading at around 133, and market cap is around a little over 300 million. And we have strategic partner Bampo on board, 12.4%. Why are we going to Hong Kong? Because we believe with our existing resources and upcoming exploration target by mid-year, we will have significant amount of resources, and there are 3 other coal mining companies that operate in Mongolia that valued quite significantly in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. We have quite a good technical management team. Matthew Wood, our chairman, is a geologist by background, and he's got a good experience on the ASX listing of resource companies. Myself, mining engineer and metallurgist, mineral processing engineer. And I have some coal experience in the past managing the energy resource, which is now Mongolian Mining Corporation, to bring into production of the UHG coal mine. And rest of our technical team is quite experienced, worked with me in the past, quite good reputations in the Mongolian coal mining and the energy industry. So we have about 70 people in Mongolia, pretty much 100% Mongolian employees. Just more details into the deal with the Bampo. We placed 30 million shares at $1.50, and which was valued 45 million Aussie dollars, and which was about 20% premium of the the market price. And now it's the biggest shareholder and big strategic partner. Bampu will nominate a non-executive director to the board. And we believe with our partnership, we have very good, strong backing on our coal development and energy development in Mongolia. So Bampu is a major Asian coal and energy company with a market cap of over $6.5 billion and has operations in Asia, Thailand, Indonesia, China, and Australia. They have the Centennial coal and altogether produce about 40 million tons of coal on an annual basis, and they have the resource of 3.2 billion. So it's a very good partner on board. Our projects in Mongolia are located throughout the South Gobi and Middle Gobi area in eastern Mongolia. When I select the projects, I try to select not only good quality coking coal and premium coking coal, premium thermal coal projects, but also as close as possible to the existing or near-term plant infrastructure in Mongolia. And the two projects that a little bit bigger stars are the advanced projects. So let's go through by region. In the South Gobi, we have a number of projects in near the world-class Tamtolve coking coal project and near the existing coal haulage road and the planned railway. Tsantul is the most advanced project that we've been drilling since last May, and there are a number of projects near Tamtolga and to the west of Tamtolga area that in a pipeline for development. On Tsantul project, we drilled close to 30,000 meters of holes for 187 holes, and then we still have 8 rigs operating on site. And initial JORC resource, as I said, it's about 90 million, and we are looking into expanding our target on the project. And we currently we have large diameter drilling work is going on to assess the coking and washability characteristics on this area, and we would like to start the coal mining production in third quarter of this year. So we just submitted the Mongolian standard coal reserve report to the government and expected to have the mining approvals sometime beginning of April. As you can see, all these blue dots are the drilled out areas, and then more all these red exploration target spots to be drilled, and there are further expansion throughout the valley to improve our JORC resources. Our Tsantul project is quite strategically located near Baotou and will be probably the primary market, and it's much closer than some of the other coal suppliers. Unsudag thermal coal is located in the Middle Gobi, about 180 kilometers to the Chor railway station. And the nice thing about this project is we already have the mining license granted, plus 2 exploration licenses surrounding. So when we acquired 80% of the project on the mining license, there was about 100 million tons of coal granted for mining. Since then, we drilled over 20,000 meters and intercepted more and thicker coal seams, up to 60-meter coal seam near surface. So our lifetime strip ratio is less than 1:1, and the quality is looking very nicely. Moisture is a little bit on the high side, but believe on a reduced basis, it'll be over 6,000 kcal value coal. And as you can see on these blue dot areas, we have quite a large York resource target, and all the red dot areas are also some coal target that coming up. So our near-term York target, resource target is about 800 million tons of coal. In Gobi Altai, which is southwest of Mongolia, we have a couple of exploration area for coking coal targets, and we target about somewhere from 150 to 250 million tons of coal, and we'll do a large-scale exploration project this year, and it'll be quite interesting project in the pipeline, about 300 kilometers north of Chinese border. So you probably know the coal demand is quite high, and so our target is the pretty much northern Chinese region, where this huge expansion and construction of coking plants. And the same thing with the power demand of northern and northeastern Chinese power development is quite ramping up. So I think we are quite in strategic position to supply coal both domestically and for export. Thank you very much, and stop by our booth, and have a good day. Thank you.